Welcome back to JoshLM Finance. Okay, let's get right into it because the latest drama brewing in Nigeria's tax reform saga is getting really spicy. We're talking about a genuine mystery that could affect pretty much everyone, and we're going to break it all down.
Yeah, you read that right. This is the massive question at the center of it all. It sounds absolutely wild, I know, but there's a very serious allegation that the new tax laws that have been made public, well, they might not be the same ones our lawmakers actually voted for. So what is going on here?
So how in the world did we get here? Well, this isn't some back-channel rumor. Oh no. This accusation was made loud and clear, very publicly, right on the floor of the House of Representatives.
I mean, wow. That right there is the bombshell claim from Representative Abdulsamad Dasuki. He stood up and allegedly said the publicly available tax laws, the ones that are officially published or gazetted by the government, simply do not match the final version the National Assembly passed. That is a huge, huge deal.
Let's just boil this down. The core of the problem is a massive question of trust and credibility. Are businesses, are we, all planning our finances based on a law that isn't even the real law? It's a serious conflict, and it sets the stage for a very, very interesting official response. Now, you'd think with an accusation this big, the government would come out with a quick, strong denial, right? But what we got instead was, well, it was a lot more calculated and, frankly, a lot more interesting than that.
And this is where our main character enters the chat. This is the government's point person for all things tax reform, Taiwo Oyedele. And instead of just shutting the claims down, he's taken a very careful, specific stance. He's basically saying, let the lawmakers investigate. It's not a simple yes or no, which, just makes this whole plot thick.
Okay, so think of it like this. On one hand, you've got the gazetted law. That's the official version you and I can go and read right now. But on the other hand, you have this thing called the harmonized bill. That's supposedly the actual document the lawmakers voted on. And right now, that harmonized bill is the crucial piece of evidence, and it's completely missing from the picture. So Oyedele's argument is pretty logical, you have to admit. He's saying, look, how can anyone prove there's a problem without putting these two documents next to each other? And here's the real kicker. He claims that no one publicly has that final harmonized version. Not even him, allegedly. And that leads us right into the heart of this whole thing. The mystery of the missing document and all the chaos and misinformation it's causing online. This is where we here at JoshLM Finance are going to cut right through the noise for you. Now, this is where it gets messy. You've probably seen those PDFs flying around on WhatsApp and Twitter. Oyedele is claiming that most of that stuff is allegedly either fake or just really old, early drafts. Some of them have these wild claims, like a supposed 20% deposit to challenge a tax assessment, which he says is absolutely not in the final law. It's just adding to the confusion. So let me be crystal clear here. The big takeaway is that you have to be super skeptical of what you see floating around online. Sticking to verified facts is what matters. And right now, the biggest fact is that the one piece of evidence that could clear all this up is still missing in action. Okay, so enough of the political drama. Let's talk about the real world. Why should you actually care about any of this? Because trust me, this isn't just about paperwork. This could hit your wallet and your business. Take a good look at that date. January 1st, 2026. That's when these new tax laws are supposed to kick in. Now, that might sound like it's far away, but in the world of business and finance, that's basically tomorrow. The clock is ticking, and people need clarity, like yesterday.
Let's not forget these reforms were supposed to be a really good thing. The whole point was to make tax compliance simpler, to modernize our system and boost revenue. But this confusion, it completely shreds the credibility of the entire process.
So I really want to hear from you on this one. As a business owner, an investor, or just a citizen trying to plan your finances, are you worried? How is this uncertainty affecting you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it.
All right, so where do we possibly go from here? Thankfully, there is an official plan in motion to solve this mystery. Here's what you need to be watching for.
The House of Representatives has put together a little 7-member committee to get to the bottom of it all. Their job description is pretty simple. Investigate the claims, track down and compare every single version of the bill, and give us a final, definitive answer on whether the law we have is the law that was passed. And until that committee comes back with a report, this is the billion naira question just hanging in the air. If there is a difference, was it just a sloppy mistake? A simple bureaucratic mix-up? Or was it something more deliberate? We're tracking this story very closely, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our update.
And that's our breakdown of the great Nigerian tax law mystery. If you found this useful and you want to stay on top of the financial and policy stories that actually matter, do me a solid and hit that like and subscribe button. We've got more explainers on Nigerian and international finance coming your way very soon. Thanks for watching.